We've all been there, right? You get stuck in this loop of worry, just replaying conversations over and over, second-guessing every little decision. Well, today, we're going to do more than just talk about how to stop overthinking. We're going to dig deep and uncover the hidden reason it even happens in the first place.
Oh man, it's that feeling, isn't it? Your mind just latches on to one single thought. Maybe it's a mistake you made yesterday or some deadline that's breathing down your neck. And just like that, you're on this mental treadmill, running in circles, going absolutely nowhere, and just feeling completely drained. All right, so let's call this what it is, the mental hamster wheel. You know, it's funny because it almost feels like you're making progress, right? Like you're actually working on the problem. But really, you're just spinning your wheels and digging yourself deeper into that pit of anxiety.
So let's get clear, what is overthinking, really? I mean, it's way more than just thinking a lot. It's about being trapped in what the spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle calls psychological time. Think about it. Your body is right here, in this moment, but your mind? It's off somewhere else, completely lost in a movie of the past or a fantasy about the future. And that disconnect, that's where all the trouble starts. And maybe some of these telltale signs sound familiar to you, like that constant inner uneasiness, maybe a little bit of fear, always feeling like you're on alert, or that sense that you're always pushing against the flow of life, you know? And of course, just the sheer exhaustion from analyzing every single tiny detail. If you're nodding along to any of this, trust me, you are in exactly the right place.
Okay, so we've put a name to the feeling. But what's really driving this endless spinning? What's the root of it all? The answer? Well, it's surprisingly simple, but at the same time, it's incredibly profound. We're about to get to the very heart of how our minds work.
This quote from Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now is, well, it's the key to unlocking everything. Just think about it for a second. The past? It's just a bunch of memories. The future? It's just a series of projections, things we imagine. The only thing that is ever truly real, the only place life is actually happening, is right here in this very moment.
And right here, this is the fundamental conflict, the big tug of war. Our minds just love to live in what we call psychological time, that world of regret about the past and all that anxiety about the future. But life's reality? Well, that's always right here, right now. And here's the kicker. That present moment is the only place you will ever find true peace and stillness. Why? Because it's the only place that's actually real. So let this one really sink in. The root cause of all this suffering is not the thoughts themselves. We all have anxious thoughts. The real problem, the root cause, is our attachment to this timeline that isn't even real. It's when we get so lost in our thoughts that we start to believe that the mind's story of the past and future is more real than the life that's happening right in front of us.
Okay, now this isn't just some abstract philosophical idea. This mental habit we have of living in the past and future, it literally, physically reshapes the structure of your brain. Let's look at your brain on repeat.
You've probably heard this phrase before. Neurons that fire together, wire together. It's like a foundational concept in neuroscience, and man, does it explain a lot. See, every single time you have a thought, a specific little pathway of brain cells fires up, and the more often they fire together, the stronger and more permanent that connection becomes. It's kind of like walking a path in fresh snow. The more you walk it, the deeper and more defined that path gets.
So think of it this way. The very first time you worry about something, it's like taking one single step through a field of tall grass. Barely makes a mark. But what if you walk that exact same path of worry every single day? Well, eventually, you're not walking on grass anymore. You've carved a deep, muddy rut. And that rut becomes the easiest, most automatic path for your mind to take. That, my friends, is exactly what overthinking does to your brain.
But here is the incredible, fantastic news. Your brain is not set in stone. Thanks to this amazing thing called neuroplasticity, your brain has the ability to reorganize itself. It's constantly changing, constantly adapting. I mean, think of it like a muscle. The thoughts you work out the most are the ones that become the strongest. So if you can carve a negative pathway through repetition, you can absolutely 100% carve a new, positive one. You literally have the power to rewire your own mind.
Okay, so this all sounds great, right? But how do we actually do it? How do we get off that hamster wheel for good and start forging a new path? Well, it all comes down to 3 practical, super powerful steps you can start using like right now.
So here's our roadmap to a quieter mind. Step 1 is going to be anchoring in the present. Then step 2 is about accepting and allowing. And finally, step 3 is where we choose a new thought. Let's break them down. All right, step 1, anchor in the present. The very next time you feel your mind starting to spin out of control, I want you to do one super simple thing. Bring your full attention to your breath. That's it. Just feel the sensation of the air coming into your nostrils, feel the rise and fall of your chest, feel it leaving your body. See, your breath is always happening right now. It's a physical anchor that can literally pull your awareness out of that imaginary world of thoughts and slam you right back into the reality of the present moment. Okay, now for step 2, and this one might sound a little weird at first. It's to accept and allow. Look, our first instinct is always to fight our anxious thoughts, right? But what happens? The more we resist them, the stronger they get. So instead, try something totally different. Just observe them. Imagine your thoughts are just clouds floating by in the sky. You don't have to grab onto them or push them away. You just watch them drift. When you stop fighting, you break that vicious fear-adrenaline-fear cycle. You just let the energy dissolve all on its own. And that brings us to the final and most empowering step. Choose a new thought. Once you're anchored in the present and you've stopped fighting the old thoughts, you're in the driver's seat. You have the power to consciously choose a new thought to focus on. This is that self-directed neuroplasticity we were talking about. You can literally say to yourself out loud or in your head, I am capable of handling this, or I choose to feel calm right now. And every single time you do that, you are firing a brand new set of neurons. You are actively, consciously building a new, more positive superhighway in your brain.
So when we put all this together, what's the goal? It's not about achieving some perfect, thoughtless state of Zen. It's about something much more real. It's about reclaiming your power in the only moment that ever truly exists, the now.
I really want you to let this next thought land. You are not a victim of your thoughts. You are the architect of your brain. Think about that. Every single thought you choose to focus on is like a brick you're using to build the mental home that you live in every day. So, choose your building materials wisely.
And listen, this isn't a one-and-done fix. It's a practice, moment by moment. Every single breath you take is a fresh start. Every single moment offers you a choice. You can stay on the hamster wheel, stuck in those old patterns, or you can choose presence. You can choose peace over all that noise. So I'll leave you with this final thought. You are not your past wiring. You are your present intention. So what will you choose right now in this moment? Forget about the old wiring, all those well-worn paths of the past. What is your intention right now? Because that intention right here in the present is the most powerful force for change you will ever have. The architect is holding the blueprints. It's time to start building.